A green-eyed kitty named Sweetie was dropped off at the shelter as a little 3-month-old kitten. At that time, nothing yet foreshadowed that her way to her forever home would not be easy and quite long. When she first arrived at the shelter, Sweetie was a tiny ball of fur with a playful and curious disposition. The first hurdle Sweetie faced was an illness. She was diagnosed with shingles, a condition that prevented her from living with other animals. It was a lonely time for the little kitten, as she had to be kept isolated to prevent the spread of the disease. After what felt like an eternity, Sweetie finally overcame the shingles. She was ready to join the other cats at the shelter, and her boundless enthusiasm set her apart from the rest. One day, as Sweetie was playing in her enclosure, one of the shelter volunteers noticed something was wrong. She wasn't moving, eating, or using the litter box, and her pupils appeared dilated and unfocused. It was a moment of panic. The cat was immediately rushed to the vet, and the diagnosis was heart-wrenching: cerebellar ataxia. Cerebellar ataxia is a condition that affects coordination and balance. The cause was unknown, and the prognosis uncertain. Sweetie's head was tilted slightly to one side. With determination and a lot of love, they began treatment for Sweetie's condition. She received physical therapy, medication, and round-the-clock attention. Her steps became more steady, her head less tilted. Though she would never be completely cured, Sweetie was on her way to leading a fulfilling life. She became the life of the enclosure, always attempting to escape, never sitting still, and leading her fellow felines in games and adventures. For 2 long years, she watched as people came and went, their hopeful looks leaving her with a heavy heart. No one seemed to notice the playful, spirited cat who had fought so hard to be where she was. Then, one day, a girl named Rachel entered the shelter. She had been following the shelter for a while and had a special place in her heart for Sweetie. As Rachel got to know the curious, spirited cat, she realized that Sweetie was just what she needed in her life. Rachel adopted Sweetie and took her to her new home. She had her quirks, her head still tilted to the side, but it didn't hinder her zest for life. Sweetie slept on the same pillow as Rachel, always close, and she had a talent for mumbling in her own unique cat language during every activity.